What's going on? Hey, can you guys hope everybody can hear me pretty well? I think I'm coming in. Uh Sorry for missing last week. Some things had popped up, but it's all good. You know what I mean? We needed a nice little break from the shit show that is our reality right now. Because unfortunately, guys, we got there's a lot of updates. There's a lot of things we can talk about. One thing I do want to maybe highlight though for a little bit. I've seen once again that everybody's back on the hardcore gender war nonsense. Um and if that's the case, then yeah, bro, you guys are probably just gonna see me like for sure once a week. Um you're probably not gonna see me that much on a bunch of different panels, man, right now because just again, everybody seems to be back on their man versus woman, men ain't shit, women ain't shit. Uh Everybody needs to learn their roles and you listen around, bro, and there's just no evolution. There's no growth of the rhetoric. And I'm going to be honest. I just have to tell I've told you guys this. If you know me, I've been up on these panels for a few years now, and the same shit people are whining about today was the same shit people was whining about when I was a teenager. Because it's the same shit our parents was whining about, right? Men don't understand women, women don't understand men, men and women are fucking different, only for there's some sort of medium, if you will, for everybody to claim that men and women are different, only to then get pissed off at the differences. Like that's also what's so infuriating about a lot of this space is we want to convince each other we're different and then get pissed off at the difference. And so it's like, okay, or you want gender fluidity or something? Like, what the fuck do you want? You get what I mean? Like, I just like this shit is just so infuriating, bro. Meanwhile, uh the purchasing power of the US dollar continues to get worse. Our education continues to get worse. Our infrastructure continues to get worse. We're back on a war path with Iran. Our government is trying to merge our fucking military with Israel's for whatever reason. And when I look at my fellow black and brown people, I look at what they've been talking about the last 2 weeks, and let's be clear, it's been y'all just shitting on each other, going panel to panel, talking shit about each other, or just the same gender war shit. And look, I get it, bro. It's everybody got their shit to pay attention to, but I really wish at least you guys' arguments would evolve. If if I could complain about just that, I wish the arguments would evolve over time. I wish there was some sort of growth, some sort of development, something. Because at least with politics and like geopolitical things and and more like the social issues, that's always adapting and evolving. There's always some growth to that. There's always something new, something to talk about. For example, right? Yes, war sucks, but people be learning geography, right? We're talking about different ways, right? We're learning about the Hormuz Strait and everything. And then meanwhile, guys, how many panels have you seen that goes, should men go 50-50 on a date? Do women not know how to clean and cook anymore? Uh Are gender roles being reversed? Like that last year, y'all saw a bunch of fucking panels, streams named that. The year before that, you saw a bunch of streams named that. The year before that, you saw a bunch of streams named that or some variation of those titles, right? Somehow, some way, we could be talking about Greenland and NATO, and maybe one of you guys are going to somehow relate it to, well, you know why NATO became weak? It's because women don't know how to support their men anymore. Like, what the fuck, bro? Can we please just get some Dirk Jensen, thanks for supporting the stream, bro. Nice to see you tonight. Guys, can we please just get some? That's all I'm asking for you guys who want to be stuck on the gender war nonsense. Can you please at least show some growth? Hell, can one of you motherfuckers go on a date at least? At least give us an update on your dating life. Did you go on a date? Did you like her? Was she cool? What'd you guys fucking do? You get what I mean? Motherfuckers done went bankrupt. Motherfuckers done went to prison, came out of jail. People done had their kids graduate. You get what I mean? All these, I know that was like a really extreme for a bunch of different people, but that's what I'm saying. Like, life is life, and then yet when I hear you guys, all I hear is, well, are women expecting men to make six figures? Bro, have you been on a date in the last fucking 2 years? No. You done anything the last 2 fucking years? No. You did anything yesterday? No. Okay. So you guys could keep on doing that, man. I'm just letting you guys know. And look, I'm a nobody anyway when it comes to this gender war shit. Thank God. Um, I just wish if you guys are gonna stay on this daytime talk show, date night shit, at least show some fucking growth. Okay, guys, you guys have gotten stale. Like at this point, Chat GPT could probably write your scripts better than a lot of you guys can. I just needed to get that off my chest, man. Y'all kind of getting dull with it. So anyway, getting back to what the hell's going on, guys. We are on day 137 of our 3 to 4 week war. I'm sorry, guys, not war, excursion. We are on our 4 week, we are on 37 days of our 4 week excursion in Iran. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, they started bombing each other, or we started bombing Iran again. Iran's bombing our bases again. Trump's talking about the Karg Islands or whatever the fuck. He did this really strange thing, guys. And I've told y'all this before. Y'all know I don't like this dude. Y'all know I don't like Trump. That being said, if you're going to go to war, don't half-ass it. Y'all have heard me say this plenty of times. If you're going to be in that leadership position, if you're going to go ahead and do that, despite how unpopular it is, don't half-ass it. But of course, Trump had to half-ass it. And so one of the horrible things he does, guys, and even you conservatives know this is stupid, is why does he have to go on TV and say every single random thought that comes to his head when it comes to this war? Like a couple days ago, he was talking about, hey, we're going to start charging a toll. We're going to start charging the United States. We're going to start charging a fee in the Strait of Hormuz. Like, guys, this is where we have gone from June of 2025 to complete obliteration of their nuclear facilities to February 2026 of we're invading Iran because we can't allow them to have nuclear weapons to totally obliterated. We're winning. To they can't control the Strait of Hormuz. To well, now we're probably going to be controlled. Man, what? So he said out loud, we're thinking about, charging a fee in the Strait of Hormuz. And then the next day, walk that back. Then talk about, you know what, the Middle Eastern investments is going to be better, right? I just, I know for a lot of you guys, this doesn't seem real, but unfortunately, man, real lives are lost. You know what I mean? This does affect real people. And I know, guys, we live in such a strange society right now where half the shit we talk about doesn't feel real. It because let's be clear, most of us, most of us, when we walk outside of our homes, ain't shit going on, guys. We're going to the grocery store, we doing whatever. Guess what? Traffic is still shit no matter how bad or good the economy is, right? Your phone or your text is going off about something. Like, really, there ain't shit going on like that. But then there is at the same time. This is an effect of us being a big ass country. This is an effect of us not really trusting. We really don't trust each other like that, unfortunately. We don't trust the media, we don't trust the government. And so we're all getting a bunch of different sources and a bunch of different perspectives are good. But what I'm saying is we are getting so much information from so many different perspectives. It is leading to, on top of all the other issues we got going on, a lot of information overload, man. And what sucks is like my fellow Americans, y'all know this, man. Think about how we already got used to the stupid ass gas prices being high. We're not even talking about that now. We really accepted our fate. We just Trump is actively trying to stop an investigation into another one of Epstein's creepy ass uh properties. I think one in like New Mexico. And we as a collective, as Americans, both liberal and conservative. No, I don't. What are we going to do about it? And guess what? What are we going to do about it? you know, it's crazy. I mean, rest in peace. You never want to shit on somebody who just passed away, at least not immediately. Rest in peace to Lindsey Graham. He just passed away at 71. I know you guys, I know some of y'all, if y'all pay attention like I do, I know that shit looks kind of dicey. But to my broader point right now, nothing screams meritocracy more than electing a dead senator's sister or appointing a dead senator's sister to finish out his term. Just remember that if any of your fellow Americans talk about or mention the word meritocracy, just point to that. Of so many examples, just the most recent one, just point to that. A dead senator's sister got appointed to finish out his term. That is what we would consider textbook DEI or nepotism. Actually, we got a word for that, nepotism. Let's see. This fence dude, 1684. You slow Democrats voted for Kamala Harris. How dumb are you guys? Bro, you voted for Trump and you're still talking about Kamala Harris. Like, bro, shut up. Like, please, bro, go buy another Trump or Melania coin. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you posted this, Fitz. Trump just, or the U.S. Treasury just announced that the $1 gold coin with Donald Trump's face on it is going in production. So there you go, Fence. Go get your Lord and Savior. Go ahead and invest into that, bro. Okay? Because that's how dumb you are. Crypto rug pulls, insider trading, blatant market manipulation, and now we're getting $1 Trump gold Trump coins. And so that's a thing. Shout out to the state of Georgia. State of Georgia, when it comes, well, it looks like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. This seems to be a red and blue state problem when it comes to this data center nonsense. The thing I wanted to bring out, if anybody in Georgia or in the South can want to come up and talk about this, you can. I definitely invite you guys. Apparently, there's these data center in Georgia that is forcing these people to sell their homes because obviously, as y'all know, it's either forced to sell or get your property taken by eminent domain. Eminent domain, guys, got to be some of the most. That is just one sort of policy that you wonder how the fuck we let that get passed. How we really just let the government get that off. You know what I mean? But basically, that's what we're dealing with now. We're dealing with these data centers forcing people to sell and to sell cheap, or guess what? The government is going to support them and go through by eminent domain anyway. Like it's just a shitty reality. And what's crazy is y'all know this, and we've talked about this plenty of times on this podcast, guys. Y'all know these data centers, again, folks, we've already had enough space for things like Facebook and Instagram. So anybody telling you we need these data centers for the internet, well, okay, prior to AI, we had plenty of data centers. They were doing just fine. Y'all gotta know these data centers are meant for AI computing, massive data storage and data collection on us, right? The flock cameras and everything. Hey, shout out to all you fellow Americans. I don't care if this get me in trouble or not. Shout out to all the Americans out there knocking down those flock cameras, like jacking them things up. Fuck them things. Fuck the third party that created them, and fuck the government for endorsing that shit. Yeah, man. Hey, hey, guys, everything you wish you could do to a Cybertruck, but that's somebody's real property, do that to a flock camera instead. Mike again, what's up, man? We don't have enough data centers, and the only people we are trying to stop them are them. Bro, do you not, dog? Even Republicans and conservatives, Mike, are pissed off about these data centers. Mike, especially out there in the West, I don't even live out there. And the way them people talking about it, we might as well live out there, bro. They hate them shits because they're already, remember, Mike, out there in the more Western America, they already dealing with drought, with a lot of water shortages and everything. And now you got these data centers sucking up resources that already are on the brink. No, man. You know what I mean? And Mike, you gotta stop this Chinese propaganda, bro. Like seriously, you gotta stop this Chinese propaganda. Like what's next, bro? You're gonna tell me the Chinese are communists while Donald Trump is opening up gas stations, government-sponsored gas stations? Like, what the fuck do you think that is? Like, please stop fear-mongering about China while our current administration does everything they claim China's doing. I don't want to fucking hear it, bro. Like, come on, Mike. You off today, big dog. You know, I typically love it when you hear it rocking with me, bro, but you're kind of off today, man. And I want to be clear for everybody listening in, guys. I am not anti data center, but I am anti give them whatever the fuck they want. We're not even forcing them to offset the energy, their energy usage. Like seriously, you would think telling Amazon, Facebook, Google, and them clowns, hey, if you're gonna put a data center up, at least put some fucking solar panels on top. Mike, we not even making them do that, bro. Mike, are you telling me that's too much to ask? Offset your fucking energy. Mike, I know you've seen how much energy that consumption is, bro. You telling me it's too much to ask for these damn near close to $1 trillion companies? You telling me it's too much to ask, too much to suggest that they offset their energy need. That's why, guys, this is why government should not be in the business of asking corporations to do fucking anything. Because if given the opportunity, guys, to do the right thing, these corporations will not do it. Because guess what? They're not obligated to. But our government is not obligated to enable that bullshit either. You want to build a data center? These are the criteria you need to meet. Mike, we got solar panel companies right here in America, bro. Like, what are we talking about, Mike? And Mike, don't you think it would help if maybe the government start investing into ourselves so we could produce some of these things? We got to start at some point, right? At some point, we actually have to fucking practice what we preach. You know, like it's so crazy that we see countries around the world, variations of wealth, are able to take advantage of these new technologies. Meanwhile, we keep making excuses for why our infrastructure is 30 years behind despite being the wealthiest country in the world. We're always making an excuse for why we can't be bothered to keep our shit up to date. I don't agree, by the way, with Texas, and Texas is a red state. That's their own problem. Hey, if Texas want the McMansions in the desert, bro, that's their God-given right? That's Texas. That's no property, no income tax, no all that shit. That is a red utopia, bro. So now that they burning up, that's on them. They got that shit. Guys, I'm just saying, like, it is becoming a point where I really see a lot of individual weakness, and I see that in our businessmen because look how many people that can't self-start. And then look how many people currently running or currently in positions of power that just can't be bothered. There's always a reason why we can't do the right thing, or we can't start a new normal, right? Meanwhile, China, our competition, continues to cut deals with other countries, continues their growth. And again, y'all know me, bro. China got a shit ton of problems. Of course, I'd rather be in America than China. But I also live in reality where we got to stop this whole red scare communism bullshit from the 70s and 80s, guys. We need a software update. And the software update is right now when it comes to technology and then implementing that technology into everyday society, China currently, not all the time, not forever, but currently are whooping our asses in that. That is a fact. By the way, how many trade deals are we cutting? None. Mike, respectfully, I've been Mike. Our technology individually. See, Mike. Here's the thing, bro. You got to understand. Our technology individually is superior. Yes, but we're talking about in niche applications, and we're definitely talking about more like defense applications. When we're talking about our technology from an everyday society perspective, that is most certainly arguable. And again, I want to be clear, audience, that hasn't always been arguable. It is currently. Okay, guys, y'all see the conditions of our infrastructure. Please, we got to stop lying to each other, man. Stop lying to ourselves. This is a big fucking problem, man. It, and then on top of that, guys, be careful with the lettuce that you're eating. There's explosive diarrhea going on all over the fucking country. Okay. The Hanta virus is still a thing, apparently. Like, I see the diseases are trying to make a comeback. That you guys got to sit in line, but I see you guys trying to make a comeback. Also, Canada got another round of wildfires going on. It sucks, man. I don't know, man. That everything is just getting drier and drier. Um, and so everybody that's in the Midwest to the Northeast, be prepared to spend a little bit of time, more time indoors. It's already hot as balls, but the air quality is already for a lot of us. It's already shit. Like if you're already in like Wisconsin, the Michigan area, it's already shit. It's already starting to come down here a little in Northeast Ohio. It's going to be moving out east in New York and everything. So, guys, just top of everything else, we, jeez, man, we got so much crap going on. Um, guys, is Mitch McConnell still alive? I don't know if he's still alive. I know he just made that statement or whatever, but that wasn't him. You feel me? I don't think that dude's still breathing. I think he's on some Weekend at Bernie shit right now. Right? So we got two Republican senators out the loop. We got a Congress that is not, guys, our Congress is not interested in passing any bills that deal with the majority of Americans or even domestic policy. The last bill they just try, the last bill they're trying to pass is basically an extension of the big of Trump's tax bill, and it's supposed to help the funding. That we're asking one over $1 trillion for our defense budget. We keep being told that we're too broke for infrastructure. But then we're not broke enough to spend more on military and spend more on senseless war in Iran that we're losing. This is the kind of shit that's infuriating, guys, because they're going to try to lower wealthy people's taxes again. They're going to essentially raise the lower class and middle class taxes up. The tariffs are continuing to fuck over small businesses as we speak. Did y'all know that the labor participation rate is uh is going the wrong direction? All of these different things, and Our Republican controlled Congress is focused on increasing our military budget and then trying to merge the Israeli military with our military. Guys, when we're talking about this politics stuff, I need everybody to understand is that whatever fix you think, whatever slight adjustments you think we need, this country as it's currently designed is going to implode, and that's purposely, right? This is not a system that's designed for the majority to even have hope. Guys, they've even removed the illusion of hope. I want y'all to think about that. Think about the most Emerald Coast Stacker. Yeah, I was in the Army for 8 years. I got 2 deployments to Iraq, so I just got personal on the ground experience. What about you? Do you have any experience in defense? Anyway, we got all this crap, and it's just it is designed this way. Like, guys, think about I know some of y'all probably aren't familiar with this, and a lot of people probably shouldn't be too familiar with this. But like our antitrust laws, or what we call anti-monopoly laws, right? There are about 15 to 25 major corporations, guys, that if we had the standards from remember the glory years of the 1950s and the 60s that especially the boomers but older conservatives love talking about. If we had those antitrust laws enforced, how many of these corporations wouldn't be as large as they are today? I want y'all to think about that. We literally got. If any of y'all played Resident Evil, did y'all know the reference to the Umbrella Corporation? We literally got corporations that own massive percentages of other companies. Think about the Sinclair Media Group and how many local news stations they own. Think about the antitrust laws of even the 1970s and 60s. Would those companies be as large as they were today? The answer is, of course, no. Everybody here knows the answer is no. If we actually enforced our antitrust laws, would Sprint, or what was it? Would T-Mobile been able to buy Sprint? The answer is no. But because of the erosion of our antitrust laws, we got all of these what's called monopsonies. Everybody knows what a monopoly is, or I hope you should. But monopsonies are when a handful of corporations own the vast majority of other, corporations. Basically, they're the parent corporation. We have a lot of that going on. Y'all need to understand that right now, if we were to actually enforce our anti-monopoly laws, our antitrust laws, half the country would be calling that communism, because that would be big government stepping on the free market. And y'all know that's exactly what will happen. Hey, these guys right here are trying to get around or trying to dump their sewage into our fresh water streams. Oh man, we need to create a regulation so they can't do that. You can't create a regulation. That's communism. That's how every fucking conversation in America typically boils down to. Right? And it's basically political rhetoric and how it reshapes the citizens' understanding of policy. And once those become politically dominate, they influence legislation, institutional behavior, and ultimately the structure of society. We got so much shit going on that we got people talking about or that make these labels, but then you ask them how, and they can't explain it to you. Here's a perfect example. Guys, here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. We have the same tax structure, right? Let's say we got the same tax code. We are still in a mixed economy here in America, which has always been a blend of capitalism and socialism. That is a fact. But we got this going on, right? Well, then think about that. Lowering taxes or raising taxes in the same fucking tax structure somehow determines whether or not you're a capitalist or you're a socialist commie. Despite the tax structure being the same, we're literally talking about whether it needs to be lowered or raised. That determines your political ideology. That's how politically stupid we are as Americans. And it's only getting worse. I want to change gears right now and criticize which y'all know I don't have a problem with, but this rhetoric real quick has been bothering me a lot. And that's from the left, and mainly from the or not the Democratic Party, but I guess because we're Democratic voters, I'm just going to address them as a us as a block anyway. I really don't appreciate you fucking white leftists trying to shove Graham Plattner down the rest of our us throats, bro. Like y'all trying to force us to support this that fucking clown. Like there's these clowns, like I think on the Young Turks or the Majority Report or like Kyle Kalinske. Like it must be so easy for a white person to ignore the fact that another white dude got a Nazi tattoo on his fucking chest. Like they literally was trying to lecture people and degrade and demean and insult people for being like, hey, maybe a former Blackwater mercenary with a Nazi tattoo who has a history of abusing women shouldn't be a candidate for U.S. Senator. And yet for us who was talking about the red flags, or for the main majority who was talking about the red flags, we was getting mocked at. Oh, there you go with the fucking purity test. We're not talking about somebody who maybe had a DUI or a fucking couple traffic tickets. We're talking about a former Blackwater mercenary with a Nazi tattoo who has a history of abusing fucking women. There's no fence riding to that. How did you guys manage to try to fence ride that? And that lets me know that was more evidence. Guys, y'all know I try to view my fellow Americans in good light, whether conservative, liberal, or whatever. But goddamn, bro, that lets me know that also you can be leftist just like me and not give a fuck about black and brown people, bro. Because look how easy it is for a Grand Platinum for y'all to just dismiss that shit. Why? Because none of that hate or that discrimination is ever aimed at you. You look at that Emma lady from Majority Report. Of course, it's easy to dismiss that shit. She's not the target of it. Of course. And it sucks because that standard, I wanted to bring this up. I'm a white dude. I'm 100% with you on this one. Lee Jones, thanks for supporting the show. And this is what I'm trying to say is because black and brown candidates. Guys, can you imagine if Zora Mamdani had half the shit Graham Plattner had? He wouldn't have even made it out the fucking primary. Could you imagine if Obama had half the shit Graham Plattner had? He wouldn't have made it out the fucking primary. But somehow Graham Plattner, another morally questionable dude, just like the fucking president currently sitting in the Oval Office, somehow, some way, the ends justify the means. All of a sudden, hey man, we could look past that. We could look past the mercenary bullshit. We could look past the fact that he's another fucking wealthy slob, despite the fact that us leftists are always talking about the fact that, hey, we should be looking at these wealthy slobs with a red flag, or at least with one eye open, you know what I mean? No, with him, let's just ignore it. Yeah, I know this dude got a Nazi tat. Somehow claimed he didn't know it was drunk and he got it covered up. Didn't get it removed, just got it covered up. Yeah, let's just fucking ignore that. And then sexual abuse accusation after accusation after accusation. And hey, man, that's just okay. Right. If that was right. What's crazy, if that was Donald Trump, what would those same white leftists have been saying about that, about him? If that was a Republican candidate somewhere else, what would those same white lefties be saying about that candidate, that Republican candidate? But because he was saying all the sweet things, all the things that sounded good, you was willing to look past all that shit. Congratulations, white leftists. You now understand MAGA because you're just the fucking flip side of the coin to that, bro. That's all you guys are. And so it's so hard to build a coalition when I'm like, damn, bro, this white dude who agrees with me on like this infrastructure shit, he might still burn a cross in my fucking yard. And can not one of you white progressives and tell me I'm overblown, or like that shit's overblown, or I'm exaggerating it. Especially because, boy, let some of y'all get pissed off at somebody who just happens to be black or brown, and some of y'all lefties be the first ones with a racial slur at your fucking mouth. Definitely calling that shit out, man. You know, and so it's this weird, it's this weird thing where socially, right? The majority of black men are center left. You see it in our voting and everything like that. And yet we consistently get along with center right white guys, or like your moderate right guys. Y'all know me, guys. I always talk about this. I miss my traditional conservative white guys. I speak for a lot of black men when we say we miss you guys. You guys who were fiscally conservative, socially moderate or liberal. You didn't really give a fuck as long as it didn't mess with the cash flow. We really miss you guys, man. We really wish you guys would make a comeback. But in general, when you see the men, you see a lot of center left black men, mainly because of social issues. Middle to center right white guys seem to get along just fine, but then the ones who vote side by side with me be saying a whole bunch of fuck shit. And I noticed that with you white guys, there's a lot of these right wingers who be saying all kind of dumb shit as well. And y'all can't stand that shit either. But it's just so crazy. And Ag, I see you in there because I don't even think I don't think we moved too far to the left. I don't think the Republican Party moved too far to the right. I think we just don't know shit as a collective anymore. We got way too many people with too many ideas of what this country is and isn't. Way too many variations of our of our history. The Democrats turned into the old Republican Party, the party of big money, the party of bro. They all big money, and the Republicans just had one dude drop $290 million to get a president. His name's Elon Musk. Like, stop it, Ag. Stop. Like you could have kept it on the both sides, but the moment you went like that, like, come on, bro. Come on, come on. At least with the Democratic Party, I get some issues that benefit the majority. I can name them. The Republicans act, they not even trying. Yeah, but can you say George Soros and his son Alex? Eric Trump, the son of our president, owns a drone company that has gotten a massive boost in profits due to the Iran war. Right, Mike, no, the Republican Party kicked out the GOP rhinos like Mitt Romney and Mitch McConnell. They cock block Obama, but the Supreme Court position, that was a good move. That was a horrible move. That set a horrible precedent. I'm glad you acknowledged that was a shit one. And I'm glad you acknowledged he absolutely cock blocked Obama. Let me remind everybody. Mitch McConnell had set the standard. Because I believe he was the only person to ever say this about a president. Our goal is to make Obama a one-term president. Does that sound like a guy that plans on working with anybody for anything? But the Republican Party did not kick out all the rhinos. Mike, do you not see MAGA and America First whining about all the war hawks, all the neocons that came out the woodwork thanks to the Iran war? They've never been stronger, Mike. Apparently, allegedly. Allegedly. You know what I mean? Seems like they've never been stronger. PJ the PB, thanks for rocking out with us, bro. The left went crazy and the left the rest of us normal people nowhere. I don't know about that, man, because as a lefty, haven't necessarily gone crazy so much as, bro, we're starting. Come on, bro. PJ, you see what this country is and isn't now. People are being tired of being told that our government's dysfunctional by the very people elected to make it functional, but then go out of their way to break the government down instead. You get what I mean? Like, you can't defund so many aspects and then expect it to still work. And then if it works, like for okay, here's a better way to clear it up. I guess a real simple way. PJ, I tell you to make me some soup, but I don't give you any pots or pans to cook with. Yeah, just go figure it out, bro. Well, yeah, I mean, sure, PJ, you're gonna give me something, but it's probably not gonna be anywhere as good as if you had some tools with you. Right? But if I keep taking away your toolkit, so I keep taking away the stuff you need in the kitchen, then do I have a right to be like, man, you dysfunctional, PJ? You don't really know what you're doing, big dog. No, dog, that's it's the reality behind it. It's the context around it. And look, PJ, I understand some of the progressive, bro. I understand some of their rhetoric is yikes, bro. But at least we're getting people talking about the domestic policy. Again, oh, not again, but I want to remind everybody, Graham Plattner has nothing to do with the DSA. I don't even know exactly I think that's the Democratic Socialists of America. But just to be cleared up, I'm not part of that organization. Just to let y'all know, even though I'm a progressive or left, this is my first time hearing about them. But just to clear it all up, guys, Graham Plattner was not endorsed by the DSA. The DSA and Graham Plattner got like no relation. So this was Maine. This is all Maine. Uh, Mike, no, fuck all the abstract shit. Let's keep it real. You pay less taxes. You right now, for the first time, almost 5 year wages are grown faster than inflation. That's the first time in almost 5 years. Mike, unfortunately, you're wrong, sir. We had went over the article. I think you was there, Mike. Mike, as a matter of fact, I think you was there rocking with us when I went over that, bro. For the first time, I think core inflation was rose faster than wages. Like Mike, it's a problem, big dog. It's a problem. Eh, You know what I mean, guys? Hey, but I'm gonna drop. How do I drop the link again? Where's that thing at? People copy. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody want to pop up, man. And we could talk. We could chop it up about whatever. I know. Typically, guys, I talk about like some of the like AI projects and stuff I'm doing, but it's just so much, I guess, going on. Guys, that Grand Platinum shit really pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie, man. That really made me feel some type of way because y'all know I'm all on that, trying to, not be on the purity test and trying to understand that people got different backgrounds and people got redemption arcs. But there was no redemption arc with this clown. We really was like they like the the top level progressive influencers really just expected us to just accept this motherfucker, bro. It's just crazy. It just. Oh yeah, I gotta do all destinations. Okay. They was really just going. They really was just gonna. Hey man, yeah, just accept this dude. By the way, all my progressive leftist liberal voters, all that, everybody. I thought we were supposed to learn our fucking lesson from that Fetterman clown in Pennsylvania. I thought we were supposed to learn our lesson from Kirsten Cinema in Arizona. No, apparently, we need to continue learning lessons the hard way. Well, no. Let me be clear because now I'm about to absolutely separate myself because you guys, you Kyle Kalinske, you fucking clowns try to get us to accept a clear fucking racist former mercenary dude. No, I'm absolutely going to separate myself from you guys. Don't think that we got to accept the same horseshit that you're willing to look past, bro. We're not. I'm not. I will, as a proud combat veteran, sit my ass home if the collective leftists decide to fucking rally around another Grand Platinum asshole. Now, again, that's specifically Maine. I live in Ohio. I got nothing to do with that, whatever. But a lot of you guys also don't live in Maine, but you was fucking champion that dude like you were. So now I'm about to clown you like you were, like you're from Maine. Why were you so willingly, so enthusiastically, the Emmas, the Kyles, the Majority Report, the Young Turks, the all you fucking lefty clowns, why were you so enthusiastic to support somebody who you know if the resume was the same except with Republican, you would have been trashing them nonstop? You wouldn't have shut the fuck up about how horrible of a person he is. Why? We're going to get every excuse in the world except the honest to God one that they won't say on their platform. His racism doesn't bother me. That that's what it is, guys. Which is crazy because y'all know me and y'all know a lot of the people I rock with, bro. Like, if somebody is discriminated against anybody, we call that shit out, and that's just not going to be acceptable. I don't care how great your ideas are. If you're a shitty person, like it has to start somewhere, and that's why I like fight. I like guys. I know I'm all over the place, but here's what I'm trying to say. I like fighting fire with fire, rhetoric with rhetoric. I am not interested in fighting scumbag with scumbag. Just because the other side might have their perceived scumbag doesn't mean we go and find ours. There's a bunch of people who can talk a lot of shit who don't abuse women. Like, like, like lefties, do you guys not understand that? I thought we was telling the right wingers that too. There are a lot of right wingers who got Trump policies who weren't on Epstein Island. Right? Don't we tell them that? Tell them that all the time. Hey, there's a billionaire you could go fucking sit for that isn't a perv. Well, yet here I am telling my fellow lefties the same goddamn thing. Hey guys, y'all know we could find a shit talker that isn't a fucking piece of shit, right? But hey man, you know what? It's cool. I'm just cranky vet yelling in the clouds, bro, yelling at the algorithm. It just it just sucks, man, because you can just tell both conservative and liberals, bro. We really don't know what leadership looks like politically, guys. That's what I mean. Like politically, I don't know if our country creates politically great people anymore. Like the kind of activists that we saw back in the day, or that you see even now in some other countries. Um, I don't know if it's because of our country's too big. Well, I know it's a multiple things. I just wonder what the main, let's say, top three things are. You know what I mean? Um, because with everything that's going on, we do just accept it, right? You think about it from like us as Americans, bro. We're very docile, right? There's passive. Let me clear that up real quick, guys. I want to make sure I'm not using these words. Like, even if you guys disagree with me, uh, at least I'm trying to use the words properly. So, docile describes someone who is inherently quiet, easy to manage, and willingly compliant. Passive, on the other hand, means simply letting things happen without actively participating or resisting. A docile person is inherently willing to be guided, whereas a passive person is merely inactive or unengaged. Good fucking God, which one is worse? Whichever one's worse, it don't even matter. We fit both of them as a collective. So, because think about it, everything we've been talking about, guys, they have been it's been a slow erosion of our liberties for years, and we have just been passive about it. Mike, what are you talking about, bro? We up here yapping, dog. Like everybody's got a perspective, bro. But I tell you one thing: if you think the corporations ain't fucking us over, dog, and I de- I definitely agree that the Democrats have moved left. It hasn't been that far. Again, things have just became that dysfunctional. I think you guys got to understand the difference, man. Rhetoric is going to get radical the more dysfunctional something gets. Like think about it another way, right? Don't you get more progressively angry? Don't you get angrier the more progressive something or something progressively gets worse? Right? Something deteriorates, you get fucking more and more pissed off about it. Guys, it's the same thing. As the government continues to get worse and worse, well, the rhetoric is going to continue to get more and more radical. Democratic Socialist Party are not communists. Mike, this is what I was talking about earlier, bro. These words, they don't mean the same. That's not what it means. And by the way, guys, y'all know what communism is. There, guys, communism isn't no kumbaya Care Bear shit. Y'all know that, right? Like communism is Mike, you, I, PJ, Ag. If we don't work for the government, they send us to the gulag, so we work for them anyway. Just really for free. We don't own shit. No one owns shit. So you guys really need to stop with this whole communism nonsense. Like thinking democratic socialism is communism. That is not the fucking same thing. Communism is a shit show. I don't want to live in no fucking commie blocks. Like y'all gotta stop that shit, man. Like, oh, you know what? Here we go. Before I pull that up, my boy Match. Hey, thanks for rocking us with it, bro. Uh, bro, somebody done asked this question so many times. It's already the top search thing on Google. Let me share my damn screen with you guys. Mike, why is the first country you guys always point to Venezuela? Right? Mike, do you know that I'll raise Venezuela with Norway? Bam. See, now we both just canceled each other out. Like Jesus Christ, bro. All right. Share the screen. All right, let me read that. Both communism and socialism are economic and political philosophies advocating for public ownership and wealth redistribution to eliminate worker exploitation. Socialism is a transitional system where workers control production but still earn wages. Communism is the ultimate utopian goal, a classless, moneyless, and stateless society where goods are distributed based on need. Good fucking God, ain't nobody talking about that. This is why, guys, every time you guys point to communism or socialism, I can easily look at by the way, you guys love pointing at your European countries and European heritage, right? Well, I go look at the Scandinavian countries who have a mix, who are democratic socialist countries, and yet they still have private ownership and private property and all of these different things. It's almost as if you can see countries doing not so well, countries doing well, countries doing and you try to fucking figure it out for the best way we can do it, Mike. You know what I mean? And by the way, I just saw your comment. I'm not going to pull it up. Denmark has not given up their socialism. Like, stop it. Like, stop it. You know what I mean? Like what? There's not a socialist practice country that's worth a fuck. That's Mike, that's just wrong. That's just wrong, bro. Oh, I'd rock with you in a war against our enemies. Who's our enemies? Like who's like I really wanna ask like who are our enemies? Is China our enemies? Iran? Like who? I'm a good because like if we really look at it, guys, it seems like the biggest opposition to a functioning country, American society, is each other. Seems like we're the biggest opposition. Y'all know that, right? Like we bro, our government doing the basic fixing our roads and bridges is debated on. Even that is a debatable, controversial topic. A basic fucking role that any government in any country in any style system economic system is responsible for maintaining, but here in America that's debatable. You know, I just I don't know. And then, like I was talking about earlier, guys, this shit is so dysfunctional. Our purchasing power is getting worse and worse. Our economic opportunity and the economic ladder is almost non-existent. What sort of gender war do you guys plan on waging? Or not you guys, because I think a lot of guys I think you guys in my chat, we don't really fuck with that shit like that. Um, but you just gotta wonder, like, what kind of relationship these guys plan on having stable with a crumbling country around you. Like, some people, like young people, can't even afford to go outside. I feel bad for some people, bro. Like, hell, even us who got it together, we don't want to pay these stupid ass prices. This shit sucks. This sucks. And at best, I guess you know what? I can't even be. You know what? I can't be mad at the gender war people just because I guess you got to distract yourself from something, right? You got to fucking. It's just damn. I wish people would distract us something with something positive. Like, hey, man, like wifey and I still go to the movies, right? We saw that Evil Dead Burn. Oh my god, that's a great movie, guys. That's a great. That movie was intense, but that was really good. It was really good. Um, we about to go see the Odyssey here soon. We've seen all the good ones like Obsession, Back Rooms. Those are really good films. Um, yeah, I guess you gotta find something, but damn, it's getting to the point, guys, that even the stuff we find joy in, the corporations are trying to rip away. I know y'all already saw Sony announce here in a little bit, guys, we ain't doing any more physical copies. All digital, right? They don't want us owning physical copies anymore. They're all digital. So even when we pay for it, it's not really ours. So just remember that for my gender war people, they're looking at you guys as at all the arguments that you guys are constantly waging up here on these YouTube streets. And you know what they're doing? Huh. How could we make them pay a sub for that? And best believe you guys are going to give them plenty of material to figure out a way to make y'all pay a subscription to even join in on the gender war. That's how little we pay attention to the other shit going on, and that's how easy it is for them to implement that shit. I mean, think about it. They already implemented so many of the right to repair BS, right? You can't even like some of the farmers can't even repair their own tractors anymore. They have to go to a technician because they don't own the fucking software. I know y'all seen some of these car companies try to literally make you pay a subscription for heated seats. For a car you fucking finance, and they trying to make you pay a sub for heated seats. Pat, I'm talking about all the people on the Manosphere Red Pill who just talking about. I went over this, Pat. The people who are constantly making the streams like, oh, do women really want six figures? You know, the same shit people have been talking about for the last fucking, well, since human history. Okay. Uh Ziggy, Stardust, communist rule, obey, obey. Isn't that what our current capitalist corporate slave masters want us to do? Obey, obey. You can't even criticize a foreign government now. Like you criticize Israel, they try to call you anti-Semitic and they start knocking on your door. Right? Is that an example of that communist obey or communist obey, Ziggy? Like, think about it. It got you guys shaking in your boots that some of y'all really be on these streams. Y'all talk all this shit about all these other demographics, but the moment you say Israel, all of a sudden you guys got to say shit like small hats. Bunch of bitches, bro. Oh, we're real masculine up here, but we gotta call them small hats. Yeah, we're real masculine men, but we can't say rape like grown men and talk about it. We gotta say grape and not death or suicide, but unalived. Like, I'm so sick of this horse shit, bro. And then y'all be talking about communism, and we be and all this obey shit. And then here we are, literally just regulating ourselves. We're literally telling each other we can't say certain words. Like this shit is, yeah, PJ. It's like little hats, small hats. Like what the fuck? The Jewish people call themselves Jewish. It's okay to call them Jewish people, bro. Like Jesus Christ. Ramaduff, how about say your name? Am I tripping, bro? Am I tripping? Am I making kind of a point? Like I don't get it, man. Like oh man, we just we got to get it together, guys. Hey, I'm gonna actually end the stream a little bit early, and thank God it's already 11:15, and I'm actually really thankful you guys left me alone, or like as far as coming up here, because the last time y'all came up here, we was up here for 4 hours, man. I ain't trying to do all that. Like I love BMU in this platform. Obviously, I'm trying to bring the streams, but I'm also trying to go to bed on time. Y'all know me, bro. I gotta take my sleep meds and shit like that. But yeah, we'll be into that like here in a little bit, not right now. But let's see. Democrat Party, Gen Z, and no. Hey, Mike, they did a party swap. And by the way, if that's the case, why is the Republicans always the ones defending the Confederacy now? Okay, like, let's just stop, bro. Mike, I already told you I'm in Ohio, bro. Yeah, I'm in right here in Northeast Ohio, right by the lake, man, Lake Erie. Steak by the lake. Fucking teams, bro. Hey guys, I might be salty because I'm still pissed off about the Myles Garrett trade. You know what I mean? Um, uh, I'm pissed off because Argentina keeps winning in the World Cup. Of course, I tried to root for England, and of course, England had to disappoint us. He begged to go to the Cowboys. I thought he should be happy he went to the Rams, bro. He should be happy. Are you in what? You didn't move for the USA? You didn't vote for the USA? What's that mean? Mike, I don't even know what that means, bro. So, yeah, guys, I just need everybody to just take this into consideration, man. When we're arguing about what we're arguing about, when we're focused about what we're focused on, it's a-okay, but at some point, you have to start paying attention to other things as much as you pay attention to your gender war. Okay? Because guys, some of you dudes, whether no matter what the time period is, I hate to be like this, guys. Some of you guys are just shit out of luck. Some of you women are shit out of luck. Right? Let's be clear. Let's call it like it is, right? There's plenty of lonely cat ladies out there, guys. Okay? Just like there's plenty of you lonely ass dudes who probably should buy a cat as well. Okay? Like stop it, bro. The women's is different, the men's is different. All right. Let me tell you something specifically in America too, guys. Y'all be trying to separate yourselves based on race. The only difference, especially let me talk to you guys with the women. The only difference between the women are the hair products in the bathroom, bro. Okay. American women's or Western women's or even non-Western women's, bro. Guess what, dog? They're women's. And so you're going to be dealing with shit that you got to deal with women. And you should be happy about that. That's what we like, right? We like women's. At least that's what we claim. But let me get up out of here, guys. I'm going to have more structure next week. I really wanted to pop in, get a lot of this shit off my chest, bro. Real quick. I know I was supposed to be talking about Israel and Trump, but I'm sorry, guys. That Graham Plattner shit really irked me, bro. That really pissed me off. That really that whole leftist crap, them trying to make us just just accept that fucking clown, man. Fuck y'all, bro. Fuck every last content creator, all you white leftists that tried to make us try to get everybody to just get on the Graham Plattner. Like, what a piece of shit. And you're a piece of shit for trying to get everybody, for shaming everybody for not endorsing that piece of shit. That's what I'm going to leave it off with. But anyway, guys, that's what I got. Next time, we're going to be a little bit more structured. But of course, like I told you guys, you're probably not going to see me that often. I do have a little bit going on. Um, a lot more college campuses I got to visit with the girls, or with my oldest daughter. My youngest daughter, my second oldest daughter, she's about to get her license. So right now we're driving. We're still doing some sort of road trips, even though obviously it's really expensive. We're still doing summertime shit. So like right now, I just don't have a lot of time to just hop up on the stream and everything like that. Um, so that's that. But I'll see you guys next week. I'm Tyrus the Warlock. You guys make sure to like, share, subscribe. And you guys have a good evening. Peace.